you for being ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome on
Okay. Microphone's working. There's one. Now I need to bring in y'all two idiots audio. Because I also have to fucking repeat myself as well. Because I'm fucking smart. Yep, I'm a professional. I'm your DM. I thought I had it set up. It didn't save some of my settings. It's weird. Okay, there's the Discord input. Okay, cool. Make sure that's cranked up enough. Okay. Cool, we have it set up now. We're working, we're here. Welcome everybody to the first official episode of Delirium's Ascent. I'm your humble dungeon master, Axel Dreamsaber, here joined with our two players. My dumbass for the first, 10 minutes of the stream forgot to fucking give us audio. My apologies. We're here now. We're good. This is episode 1 of Delirium's Ascent. This is a kind of Resident Evil coded Deadlock / SCP kind of themed Dungeons and Dragons campaign. It's got some homebrew rules. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Again, I'm gonna have to repeat a bunch of shit, so bear with me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Few ground rules. I'm the DM. My rules of law. I don't like to do rule ordering. It irritates me. You're probably not gonna see a whole lot of it. I'm gonna use a lot of the rules as a guideline. If something cool happens, I'm probably gonna make them roll for it.
They want you in the office. They want to bring all of the board.
This is an 18+ stream. You're gonna hear vulgar language, suggestive themes, alcohol, violence, the works. If you are not comfortable with that, this is not the stream for you. The door is that way. Please use it. I also don't care for backseating during D&D. I'm happy with y'all commenting, talking, whatever. Cool. I'm happy. That's great. Please do not backseat. More than likely, I'm just not going to acknowledge you. It's not to be mean. It's just, as a DM, I have to juggle a bunch of shit and would much rather just have fun and enjoy the time with my players. Alright? Those are the main big ones. Sorry I had to repeat that, boys. Your DM's a dumbass.
Too smart. I bring down this area's IQ just by existing.
I already knew this was gonna happen.
God damn it. Alright. Well, I like I said, I guess we should get started. It's about to hit 9, so let's introduce our players first, and then we'll have them introduce their characters.
Hi everybody, my name is Kid. I've been on this Chuckleheads stream a couple times. I know way too much of Toku Sentai and Gorilla's lore, and today I will be playing Ivan Boyle, PI. I'm here to find what happened to my goddamn sister who got trapped by some godforsaken policeman or watch agents from this agency. I am a dwarf of the fighter variety.
And hello, everybody. I am Jin Nightshift. I have way too much knowledge of Yu-Gi-Oh! More than I should legally own. This is my... I don't want to say first time, because I feel like I've been on Axel's streams every now and then, but not consistently. And I will be playing as... Hopefully I can do the voice. Obviously, I'm gonna be honest, I'm just an asshole who's really good at punching motherfuckers in the face. And he is a half-orc barbarian. I know. How original. You can leave your originality in the comments.
Cool. So we have a fighter and a barbarian. They will also be joined by an NPC that they will meet later down the road. They are going to be an interesting character, but for at least the purposes of lore from this point on, I will be referring to each of them by their character names or their call sign, which I have conveniently put below their tags or below their images. I might actually add your guys' name in there too, just for convenience, and I will do that like as we play. But for now, I could at least remember your call signs, and I didn't want to forget them, so I immediately put them down. So I will change things around as we continue, but we are gonna go ahead and kind of get started. I'm sure everyone is in play role right now.
No.
If you,
I am.
yeah, please make sure you are in there because we will be doing our roll in there. I will also be sharing the screen for everybody while we do it as well. Let's see. Right now, it just has his fucking Harvey's face just front and center.
So, yes.
I love that. I love that for you.
Just to make sure everybody knows, this is the face that's either going to shoot a zombie or get mauled in the next 20 minutes.
All right.
Okay.
So, let us begin. Let us begin. Let me get my notes from my other tab.
Eat in the teacher's lounge, and it's just kind of a habit for me to just stay in
There's
the room now. If I see other teachers eating together, sometimes I'll go join them, but usually by lunchtime, I'll have someone eat minutes alone.
Come here, notes. We have work to do. It's time for D&D. Smile.
Come here, notebook. Come here.
Basically. All right. It is March 6th, 2028. You are currently in a black tinted out van, probably an Escalade of some kind. You were both brought in with your heads covered and earmuffs on as to not give away of the location of where your lives will continue from this point on. You could tell it's probably about midday, probably around 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's kind of warm, a little muggy. But the sudden blast of air conditioning and a lot of hushed and startled voices are enough to kind of drown out any other background noise from where you were picked up from. The roaring engine of this vehicle kind of can be felt as it's moving along, kind of briskly. It feels like it's moving, I don't know, probably about 60, 70 miles an hour. They're moving pretty quick. They're not sticking around whatever residential you were picked up from, or whatever facility you were currently being held at. That point no longer matters. You've signed the paperwork. You've been given your debrief of where you're going to be going. This is a one-way trip, and you know it. Leaves a kind of a pit in the bottom of your stomach. As someone who is changed and different, this is kind of a culture shock. Just a couple years ago, you were nobodies. Couple of guys doing dude things, hanging out, dealing with your day to day. But without sounding too cliche, That all changed at a drop of a hat. You were given a document going over the Ascended world. In this document, you recount the events thus far. The document recaps the events up to current day. About 30 years ago, the company known as Watch Incorporated, or Watch for short, started out as a biotech and robotics company, working on cures and remedies for the modern day man, from the common cold to sickle cell cancer, as well as some advanced robotics and holographic displays, advanced portable power, and much more. For about 30 years, this has gone on. And for 10 years in this time frame, they have served the community and they've served mankind faithfully. But of course, all good things must come to an end.
Did you know Mira was
The founder, Richard Dixon, passed away, the board taking over with the help of his son, Nick Dixon. Nick and the company began to change how things are run, change of the status quo. As things ran on, more human trials were made, military contracts, and over these next couple of 10 years, give or take, they gained a reputation for being cutthroat, ruthless, and terrifying as a company, able to change things from a simple switch or lever at a moment's notice. They could change the very fabric of society. And with the formation of their subsectors, Biowatch, Deathwatch, Psychowatch, Starwatch, and as you now know, Gatewatch. After the formation of the other branches and the events of Ground Zero began to occur in Nocturne City, Nebraska, Watch besieged this city, and with Biowatch as their sub-company, they use it as a testing ground for something known as BOWs, a new term we've come familiar with in day-to-day talks, or biological organic weapons. And as a response to this, the city's population might have to such a critical event. And after a critical breakdown of communications and the overall situation in Nocturne City, the United States military was forced to intervene and detonate a high-yield explosive known as a biobomb. You can imagine a mix of radiation and biological fallout overtaking the city and turning it into nothing but a barren wasteland. With the population eradicated and most of the city destroyed, Watch went underground into hiding in an attempt to fix their reputation. And of course, that went about as well as you'd expect. The United States greenlit a new task force because of it. The Strategic Anomalous Defense Agency, also known as SAD. Under SAD, the forces moved to finish off dismantling the other parts of Watch and their companies. Over the next couple of years, they have fought in the shadows up until now, fighting off Watch and their sub-companies, trying to fix the damage they have done. Unfortunately for us and the rest of humanity, that was not the end of it. In desperation and in an attempt to find something else they could bring to humanity to bring their reputation back into the fold and back as a powerhouse of mankind, they triggered the Ascent, as we now call it. An event that began off the coast of California. A gate formed, a purple, bluish swirl of nebulous energy appearing not 200 feet off of the water's surface, just off the coast, plunging the area into chaos. A purple fog spewed forth from what you could see on the news. It changed people, affected their very biology. That area, which was once South Sun City, is now known as Sector 1. People affected by this mist became known as the Ascended. from elves to half-orcs to dwarves.
Why are you always wearing my clothes? This is my
Humanoid
clothes, right?
creatures that were once thought of as mere blips of a radar, blips of fantasy and folklore became real. They were no longer human. And in a lot of cases, no longer citizens. They lost that right for no fault of their own. These same said people are also the only ones who are able to use magic. This nebulous force that seems to bleed through these gates. The same sense thing that have changed them also have given them power. Powers beyond mortal comprehension, beyond mortal feats, beyond mortal understanding. And while forces of SAD were sent to help combat the early days of the Ascent, they were met with heavy force and little success. Conventional weapons could not be fought what was spewing from the gates. And yes, we call them gates for a reason. The things that flood out of these are straight from nightmares. From dragons to fae. To horrible mutated creatures affected by Watch's machinations. For the first couple of months, we were no match. Conventional weapons did nothing. And then they spread. The best we could do is close them in and funnel them in with a wall, known as the Great Divide. Something that, surprisingly enough, the same people who caused it erected. Watch, of all people, were the ones holding back the tide the best they can. And while stumbling, they, for the most part, succeeded. From fighting off mimics and goblins and orcs and mind flayers, they managed to slowly back off to what we now know as Sector 9, the safe zone. They came in donning black cloaks, armor, and with red uniformed accents. Gatewatch appeared. This new fighting force never seen before. Donning patches with a red eye with a flaming sun behind it. This watch force brought in by the watch company did everything in their power and have done everything in their power to contain this force with some moderate success. They seem to be able to push back what we have called waves. These gates seem to appear and disappear, and some linger and get bigger and larger and send out waves and waves and waves of these targets. For whatever reason, they seem to be able to fight them off, though, with strange augmented weaponry. The first ascended gear we see. From shotguns with runic patterns to M4s with underbarrel wand attachments, of all things. While some may find it a little silly and unorthodox, they seem to be able to channel these powers, albeit very rudimentally. And as they move with these new custom pieces of armor and weapons, they contain not just Sector 1, but fully divided California off from the rest of the world, and now these new sectors. From 1 to 9, Sector 9 being the first contact in the worst zone, to Sector 1 now being where the entrance is. Sector 1 now becoming the safest place. As anyone got closer to Sector 9, the worse the abominations seemed to get. So, for everyone's sanity, they have locked this piece of the world from everyone else. Any civilians trapped inside were deemed either dead or ascended, and considered non-essential personnel. And of course, some would see Gatewatch as the saviors of this whole travesty. But you, knowing what you do now, do not. Because we both know that Watch has much worse plans for this place. There was no way for Watch, who was out here for 30 years causing chaos and strife, to try to just come in and be the saviors after only 2.5 years. This is not going to change the stance. This will not change the behavior and stance that SAD has. And SAD believes that this would be no different than before, and decided to once again intervene. And SAD would produce their own special operations team for this specific task, known as the Ascended Reconnaissance and Assault Team, or ARAT for short. ARAT has one task, one singular goal, one singular mindset, one singular force. Stop Gatewatch. Stop the gates. Stop the things coming through. And as the first and only all-ascended task force, this team leverages their unique talents to stop Watch, Gatewatch, and their sub-companies from continuing their rampage of chaos. Eliminate the anomalous HVTs, close the gates, close the zone. You have no other options. To the rest of the world, you are already dead. This is their story. As the fog seems to start to clear from your minds of whatever tranquilizer drugs that were given to you, you seem to be kind of filtered in through a fairly sterile smelling area. Almost like a hospital. But you hear a buzz, a cacophony of noise around you. People moving past, the sound of boots, the sound of charging handles and gunpowder. It's the strangest thing. It's as if you know where this is. This is the hub. The place they told you was going to become home base from this point on. A place of where you'd think you'd get relative freedom, but just barely. The one place that might actually treat you like what you used to be, human, even if that is no longer the case. At least in SAD's eyes, you're not expendable. You're our last hope. And as you're finally sat down, your masks are pulled off, your headphones taken off, and the rope tied around your mouth is finally released. The men, clad in what looks like weirdly almost sterile white outfits, back away from you. It's strange. You finally can look at your other compatriot, but what you're first greeted with is almost something straight out of science fantasy. You can't really put your finger on it. It almost looks like hazmat gear, but not any hazmat gear you were ever familiar with. This looks different. almost unnatural. White, sterile, and what looks like almost a repurposed motorcycle helmet. They seemed armored to the teeth, like they're expecting a fight. With 2 soldiers on either side and one middle wearing almost like a pinstripe suit. All right. Get your hands off of them. They've just had one hell of a ride. God knows what y'all put into them. Are you two feeling all right? I apologize for the treatment they may have given you, but certain precautions were necessary to prevent dislocation from being discovered. My name is Jonathan Carter. I am the head physician here at the hub. If you'd be so kind as to give me your names, as I can test your cognition and make sure there are no lasting effects from the syrups given to you.
Yeah, Ivan Boyle. You gonna gotta worry about me too much. Felt more like a little tub of NyQuil at night, to be honest. I feel peachy keen.
Well, Mr. Boyle, one of my compatriots here will give you a quick once-over, if that's all right. What about you, sir? Do you seem to be all right?
Yeah. RVC. I don't know why I lost the voice already. RVC. And honestly, it's probably fine. I'm fine right now. Ugh.
The more feminine looking hazmat soldier next to you actually reaches into one of her pouches off on her chest. It almost looked like a tactical rig of all things, with a little more armor added to it, but there's pouches all over for various pieces of equipment. She seems to open one of these pouches and pulls a full bottle of water from this small, tiny pouch, and then ends up handing it to you. Here, drink this. It has some electrolytes in it, and should help with we like to call it the worst hangover ever, but it should help you get back on your feet a little better. Doctor,
Sorry.
we need to make sure that their vitals are taken care of, so that when the major comes in, they're ready for their briefing. Yes, of course. These two will take some time to go over your basic vitals and to make sure you are still fit for duty. I'm sure I don't have to tell you here, but you need to be on your best behavior. You are probably the last thing we have to hope around here. So please take your time with answering any questions today, because everything that comes out of your mouth is going to be scrutinized. And with that, the head doctor takes his leave as his 2 compatriots go over your vitals, such as your blood, your blood pressure, your glucose levels, how much hydration you have, the works. They almost do like a full physical checkup right then and there without needing to do anything more hands-on. Armed with some strange, they almost look like PDAs as they scan over your body and check your vitals. But one thing that still sticks out to you is you haven't been able to look them in the eyes. Whatever helmet they have on their face seems to completely obscure your vision. And all you can hear is the low, soft hum from them from a possible built-in ventilation system.
Can they turn the damn lights down for a moment? It's so fucking bright.
Unfortunately,
Something we can agree on.
Unfortunately, sir, there's not much we can do about that at this point in time. It will take some time for your vision to readjust from the hoods being taken off. We have found
Yeah.
that some ascended have more sensitive senses than others, so I apologize for the inconvenience, but please bear with us.
What happened to what happened to my gear? My bottle. Little flask bottle. What'd you guys do with it?
Before the major comes in today, some gentlemen will come back with bags of your personal effects. Unfortunately, any weapons that were originally on your person at the moment have been confiscated as United States property. We apologize for the inconvenience, but anything else that we have deemed safe will be returned to you before the major makes his appearance.
Oh, good. All right. But if a single drop of that bottle goes to waste, it's on your head.
I assure you, sir, we are not going to mess with your stuff. And with that, they finish their checkups and will leave you be to give you time to acclimate and adjust to your surroundings. At first glance, it seems to be almost like a college, like campus teaching room. There's a table at the very end, large enough to where a speaker could stand and do a presentation with a large projector wall on the back, as well as rows and rows of desks where you two are currently sat on. At the moment, sitting at a desk apiece. So there's some distance between the two of you.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and sit down over here for a second.
Fine with me. Honestly, I just hope this chair doesn't break. Fucking having that problem since this whole goddamn shit started.
Surprisingly, as you look at it, Ivan, these chairs are surprisingly well built. And at another glance, the metal that these seem to be made out of isn't normal. This isn't iron. And it sure as hell not heavy enough to be titanium. But no matter how much you bounce on top of this thing, it doesn't give. And it seems to almost have an iridescent like tinge to it. It's faint, but if you look close enough, this isn't normal metal.
This damn construct, this chair, this metal. This reminds me of some of the material we had back at boot camp base when they were trying to do some experiments on new weaponry. Is it made out of the same stuff?
If you like, you are welcome to make a investigation roll.
Sure. I'll do that. How do I do that? Nice. What am I rolling here? What D?
You will be rolling a d20, and you'll be rolling. You'll be rolling an investigation check. So whatever your roll is, add your investigation to that. That should be in your skills section.
I got it. Investigation. I have a 0 in my investigation.
Okay, so it'll be a straight roll for you.
16.
Fantastic. Yeah, actually, considering your background and where you at least where you came from as a former watch employee, you know that this is the metal. This is mithril. This is probably some of the most common stuff they actually managed to fork out from the gates. It's weird. It seems to almost grow on anything that was once aluminum. And it almost grows like a weed.
Yeah. It is definitely some of that hard stuff. This is some of the best things they were trying to make with, particularly some new bulletproof or Kevlar vests from this stuff. It's the tits.
And you got all of that from touching it.
Weird, right? It's like I can just look at metal materials. It's kind of like I know what they're kind of made out of. It's like I know how strong. I know exactly where they're from. It's weird.
And Harvey, as you look at the individual you're speaking to, Brandon or Kid, I would like you to introduce your character.
Huh. Let me guess. Harvey C, right? Weren't you the old Octagon champion? What the fucking hell happened to your face?
Before or after the bus?
I'm gonna say
He's
after
a-
the bus.
Well, same shit as you. We got a fucking bag removed from our heads. He has no
Nah.
idea what kind of car it was. He assumed it was a bus.
Yeah, we got that ATV going in there. Nah, I'm talking about your fucking face, your demeanor. You don't look fucking human no more.
Oh, and you're just the pinnacle of humanity?
Hey, there's plenty of short stacks all over the world regularly before this whole crap happened. Not those fucking jagged teeth, fucking pointy eared looking motherfuckers like some Santa's helpers. You fucking long neck.
And as you get another look, you can actually see what Harvey actually looks like now that your vision is starting to clear a little bit. What was once probably one of the biggest, meanest dudes to cross Watch's path as a recruit now sat the squat dwarf with a duster, a bowler hat, and his hands immaculately wrapped. With someone with plenty of hand-to-hand combat experience. Every twist and fold of the fabric in its place as to not slip or move, while still also protecting his hands.
By the way, the name's Ivan. Ivan Boyle, P.I. Yeah, I know you. You're Harvey C from the Octagon. I put some major money against you on that one night back in '05.
There's
Made
your
me hella
first fucking mistake.
Says you got knocked down after the second round. You have made like a fucking killing out there, man. Keep doing that,
Hold on,
and I'll
sorry,
be
just
richer than
sorry.
you know.
One sec. Yeah, little sister wanted to talk real quick. Anyway.
By the
Hey,
way,
listen.
yeah,
What?
now go for it.
Listen, cheap shots aren't exactly my forte. Besides, you take a shot to the nuts 15 times over and keep standing.
You're trying to go for a low blow there, buddy. Listen, I'm on here on
As
a
if anyone
fucking...
could reach yours now, anyway.
Yeah, right. This coming from a
Before you
supposed
could
champ.
get another word in edgewise with this back and forth that's going on between you two, you hear 3 loud bangs against the door leading into the room, and 2 more of those hazmat soldiers come in, each holding a bag with your names on them. Some of your effects were confiscated before you were picked up, mostly for safety reasons, but also for decontamination. At least since you've been here, you have yet to see a person without some kind of mask over their face. And they come up, they put both your bags in front of you, and then walk out to leave.
Oh, man, hold on. Is it here? Where the hell is it? Don't tell me they took it. Ah,
You do find your flask and any other personal effects that you had before you were picked up.
Ah, there it is. Mwah. Yeah, the blacksmith's gold. Yeah. This right here is the best hooch that you can find all in Sector 2.
Honestly, unless it's a dull pain, I'm not really a alcohol person.
Think I drink this to get some tipsiness? Nah, it's important to me. I need this.
Need it for what? Piss?
It's all up to you. I don't think right now is a good time for me to tell you about this. Maybe some other time.
And Ivan,
Can't speak
as
yourself.
your vision actually starts to properly adjust the lighting in here, and while you can recognize the man before you by silhouette and voice alone, you actually get a proper look at the half orc in front of you. He's seen better days.
The fuck? Yo.
He looks roughed up, but not in the when they picked me up, I got my ass beat kind of way. He looks like he's been in a couple fights since he's been ascended.
What the hell? Hey, yo. How many fucking official fights have you been in? You look worse for wear there, buddy.
You want to know how many fights I've been in? Count every beard hair on that scrunched little face of yours, and then multiply it by the biggest number you could think of.
God damn. You think you might want to go see the fucking infirmary one more time for that god awful face you got on there? Or is that what your mother gave you at birth?
At this rate, I can't even tell you the truth on that matter.
Jesus Christ.
As you
The
guys are
fuck they-
talking, you can hear some commotion outside. It's faint at first, but then you both will know what this sound is. It's distinct. It's heavy boot falls, marching, thump, 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 and then without another moment of reprieve, the door swings open and you hear attention.
What the fuck? It's the goddamn platoon squad here.
And as you both look, you see a man. Not just any man. Like the others before, they seem to be wearing this kind of modified gear with not so much that iridescent sheen, but something more pronounced. Something edgier, sharper, more refined. You could see this almost steam come out from these two openings on his helmet. And as your eyes move around his body, you can see various pieces of tactical gear and armor plating. Not so much locked in on the fabric, but almost woven as a part of it. If you wouldn't want to think of it, think of like if iron was dragon scales moving down his body in intricate plates into a full suit. Hanging around his chest is a single point sling for a fully modified M4, as well as a Glock 17 holstered in his hip on his side. But the difference is you can kind of see into his mask this time. You see this old man, probably in his like, you would guess his like 50s or 60s. He's a little grizzled. You can see the faintness of a beard and what little you can see inside of the mask, as well as a scar that seems to run from the top all the way to the bottom down his face over his right eye. It's very distinct past those piercing blue eyes of his. But you can tell by his voice and his posture, this is not a man to mess with. You can tell by the way he looks at the two of you that he's got some experience under his belt. And he is here for business.
Oh,
I
God.
said, attention! That means get to your feet, soldiers.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Again.
God, you remind me of goddamn Buckleneck Joe.
Buckleneck
Just-
Joe. The fucking dude
Earlier.
that fought you on your fourth fight ever as a rookie?
Yeah, honestly, he was probably just as old. Miracle they let that guy fight.
Jesus
That's
Christ,
enough out
what
of the two of you. To you, my name is General Cold Snap, and I'm going to be your commanding officer for this operation. I have two rules. As of right now, do not speak unless you are spoken to, and if you have a damn question, raise your fucking hand. Am I understood?
Yeah.
Thing?
Good. Listen, the two of you are here for a very important mission. You were supposed to be the best that we could find out in the godforsaken wasteland we now call the Ascent Zone. Okay? I really don't want to be here as much as you do. So, let's get that clear real fast. But, that being said, you have a job to do. Okay? You are here to be the first pieces of ARAT. It's the new task force we're putting together for Ascendant. If we're going to deal with the tragedy that happened during the events of this stupid fiasco, we need people like you, unfortunately. Luckily, you've been compensated for it. And you will be amply supported during this operation. Now, as of 0700 this morning, we got word top down from the agency that you guys have the green light. If we didn't have the green light, we would have never sent for you. And frankly, I wish we didn't have to. I don't like the idea of sending civilians into a combat zone, but we don't have much of a choice. Time is of the essence, and I need basically every able body I can get my hands on. So, you have two objectives. One, we need to know what's going on in sectors 1 through 4. We have lost contact with some of our informants out there, and we need a sit rep. We don't know if it's due to the effects of the blight that's out there and it's affecting our communication equipment, or if they're in trouble. But we're going to expect the worst. I will have someone going with you, luckily, who's got some more experience in this type of behavior. You can call him Warden. He will be meeting up with you on the helipad later this evening. But first, I will allow some questions before I go any further.
All right. What exactly are we facing past this fucking first sector here?
Ivan, right?
Yeah.
Truth be told, at least from our intel, we know that Sector 1's been dedicated as a neutral zone. combat is not really allowed in there for the most part, unless it's certain circumstances. But past that, we know that there's small groups of the afflicted that are moving around down there, as well as watch agents. Now, I know as well as you do that sightings of actual watch personnel that far up is not good. They usually tend to keep to the lower zone so they can keep everything else under their so-called control. So something has changed.
What was the last point of communication with the last team you sent out?
Team Echo did their last rotation call. I would say probably a couple days ago at about 0200. They said something about like a red fog that seemed to be moving around in sector 5 and 6, but they couldn't confirm without getting past the checkpoint to those zones. But they said it didn't seem to be doing anything on their end, but would advise further. And then afterwards, we didn't have any other contact. Shortly afterwards, probably about 0400, little by little, our communication with the other teams started to go dark. Their transponders no longer functioned. They're not dead, at least as far as we can tell, but their transponders are no longer working. And that's state-of-the-art equipment. They shouldn't just blip off.
And are we exactly going to be entering this particular type of sector barehanded?
No, we will be providing you with some equipment, but unfortunately, due to the nature of the zone, most of your equipment is going to have to be on-site procurement. We did do some evals on both of you before bringing you in, and we managed to at least scrounge up some equipment to send you out with. Wouldn't be fair to send a couple civilians into a combat zone. That would be unwise.
All right. One more question. This is watch operations. The specific head op soldier here, the head of the heads, known as a codename Funk. Where the hell is he? He's supposed to be your best soldier.
Listen, as much as I am happy to have an ex-watch soldier like him switch sides to work with us, his whereabouts at the moment are on a need-to-know basis. I cannot tell you that.
Don't just stand there, Harvey. You got any questions for this guy?
I'd asked all the important ones. What am I supposed to ask next? When the hell can I get out? And just
You did read the contract we gave you.
Obviously, this knuckle chuck couldn't even read. It says that we don't get out till the mission is complete.
I meant out into the mission itself, not out into not out into the octagon again. Besides,
Well,
when I signed that when I signed that contract, I'm gonna be fully honest. I A, half read it, and B, you guys gave it to me immediately after an underground ring.
Oh my god, this goddamn group getting just anybody? Ugh.
Listen,
You got somebody with a 104 win record.
We got lucky with one of you. The other one wasn't my call. In fact,
He's talking about you.
should be happy that one of your friends even gave you the recommendation for this op. You know who I'm talking about.
The hell?
Yeah.
Anyways, you're gonna have a helo come in about 30 mites. So get helo up in 30. Here in a minute, we're gonna lead you into a decom room, and we'll get you sorted with some equipment. And then we're gonna get you on that helo. All right.
Sounds good enough.
All right.
Roger, Roger.
I'll be in touch. And the major then turns to walk out. But not before looking over at the two of you and nodding, as if a solemn sign of respect before walking out through the door. And once again, you two are left to your own devices.
Goddamn, watch shoulders, soldier. Oh, it's hoity-toity with that damn.
Probably a couple minutes pass before two more of those medical soldiers come in, as well as the head doctor once more. Ah, I see you met the major.
Oh,
Yeah, real sunshine personality, that one.
Cut him a
Never
little
been
bit
a-
of slack. That man is doing his best to keep you two off of the damn chopping block as is. Technically, you guys don't even have citizenship anymore after becoming accepted. So there are plenty of people who have the opinion that you should just be, off right out the gate. People see you more as monsters than human beings. So please cut him a little bit of slack. Anyway,
ain't the first.
we got your results back. Your vitals seem to be within nominal levels. No real massive irregularities outside of course, the obvious. Other than that, you guys seem to be perfectly healthy. Though your friend over here seems to be a bit beat up than others. I assume has a history of having scuffles.
Yeah, homie's been in that underground octagon for more times I can count. 104 win rate record, yeah. Count the losses though, 358. Or was that 59 after that fight 2 weeks ago?
Do you put in any fucking numbers?
I bet more times are you losing than you winning, man. My bank account's looking nice.
Forgot, fucking little rich people privileges, right? Done mining for gold.
Ah, yeah, you want me to hunt for your lucky charms too?
If I had any lucky charms to find, sure.
By the way, Doc, you think you could do something about his face? Got a sight for sore eyes over here.
Perhaps.
There's not really.
Oi! Lysandra! Get your ass in here real quick. We need a hand. And as he calls out, what comes in is actually a female tabaxi. You would know this as a kind of almost cat-like person. At least in this case, it seems to she almost has like calico colors, some splotches of black and some orange and some white. probably because not your usual tabaxi colors, at least that you know from folklore, because of the human nature of the person in question. But she's actually one of the first people you've seen without a mask. Same armored uniform and everything, but like no mask. You can actually see her face. She has piercing green eyes with those telltale cat-like slits. And as she comes in, she actually comes up to Harvey and puts her hand on his shoulder, closes her eyes, and breathes in. And as she breathes out, a green mist envelops you and actually heals you and gives you 10 temporary hit points. So if you could go ahead and notate that on your character sheet as of right now until your next short rest or until the points are removed, you have 10 temporary hit points.
Oh god, I'm more green.
But what you feel is the bones in your cheek seem to almost like snap back into place and heal, and the bruises fade, and this little almost bloody look you once had seems to go to a much more natural and supple color to your face, seemingly healing this injury that you had from your previous fights.
What in the Mariana's bullshit?
Holy crap. She was able to heal your bruises, but not the ugly demeanor.
Hey now.
There's the guy who looks like he got attacked by a wasp next. Okay.
Hey. Enough. Listen. Some of our medics that we employ happen to be ascended, like you. At least to our understanding, ascended can tap into whatever energies came in from those damn gates. So they come with some perks, and we've decided to take advantage of that. So take the blessings you can get, man.
He's ascended. Are they the people that you call the half-breeds? The ones that transformed after those dang old ripples happened?
Yes, that is correct. You may have noticed that me and my compatriots here don't look different than your typical fair human. At least to our understanding, Ascendant seem to give off the same miasma, if not just in very low doses, from just, existing. So we have to take precautions to prevent ourselves from breathing in this gas. And one of them actually pulls out a little device. It seems to almost look like a gun. Well, on the end there's like a slit at the very tip of it, and one of the compatriots flips on a switch on the side and seems to almost fire in your direction, and a wave goes out around you, up and down in a sweeping motion, and you can see little particulates floating in the air. They almost have a green tinge from this beam as it sweeps. At first, you would think them to be dust, until you realize it's not anywhere else but around you.
Hell? What?
We're fucking Chernobyl.
Oh, you damn idiot. We're fucking affected like everybody else. We're ascended. Although, don't look much like another creature.
Well, that's the thing. Us human beings can't use the magical properties from the gates. That's something unique to Ascendant. However, much like we think radiation or a virus, the affliction that gave you these powers are the self-same thing that affect others. So we have to take precautions. Not everyone wants to end up like you. No offense.
None
I'll
taken.
throw.
So
Keep it in a back burner.
just as a word of advice, just because you see someone and they're human, and you think you may be able to crack open their protective gear, that's going to make them all the more desperate to want to take you down.
As if looking at me wasn't enough.
Hey, listen, I don't mean to tell you how to live your life, but I can tell you right now, there's some Ascended out there in the zone that would look at you like you're a fucking snack.
Oh, really? I never noticed.
Will be the first time a woman actually thought this guy was a snack.
And same goes to you, Short Stack.
Yeah, that guy never give a damn about another partner.
Anyways, you guys seem to be fit for duty. I don't think there's much else that I could do for you. So if you'll follow me, we'll take you over to the staging area and go ahead and get you guys loaded up for your mission. All right?
Sure thing, Doc. Can I ask you a question, though?
I might be able to answer it. What's up?
The medical team you got, one of them came from Sector Bravo, didn't they? Yeah.
That was the area in Sector 3, if I'm not mistaken. Closer to the coast?
Yeah. There was a lady. Had aubrey hair. Her name was Angie. She around here?
Oh, Angie. Yeah, I know her. She was on our expert medical team for the first couple of divisions out. Smart kid.
Yeah, she always was.
Unfortunately, I think she's out on mission right now. They don't really give us a full list of what's going on. That may be a question you could ask the major. But,
Yeah.
at the moment, I don't think I can help you with that, unfortunately.
It's alright. Just wanted to see if the kid was around. Good to know she's still trying to do good out
I feel like sometimes she gets a little in. That's just me.
there. It'll grow on you.
Anyways, come on. We have work to do. We don't want to keep the major waiting.
Rather not be told attention at the highest volume.
Oh, trust me, mate. We're in watch territory. You're gonna hear that more than once all day.
Also, as a reminder towards both, um, for both of the players, this isn't watch territory. This is sad territory. The only time you've ever known or heard about watch being anywhere at the moment, at least actively, is inside the lower areas of the Ascent Zone. They've been pretty quiet and have kept their cards close to their chest for the past couple of years. This hab area, you would know as the doctor is leading you out towards the staging area, the hub, as it's called, is actually just outside of the Ascent Zone. And this is kind of a picture of what the outside looks like that I have shown for everybody.
Now there's some musky air out here.
Well, unfortunately, it's kind of hard to scrub a lot of the residual miasma that comes off of the zone. So we have specialized gates, or not really gates, more like pylons, I guess you would call them. They're devices around that make a almost like a red chain link fence around the entire base, and it actively scrubs the oxygen that comes in to the hub. That's we're able to actually be almost like right near the border of the the Ascent Zone. It causes some problems, but it's close enough that it gives us a quick response team if need be.
Also, I don't know why you're complaining. Anything smells better than the pits.
Nah, trust me, I wasn't complaining. It
The,
reminds me of the good old place where I used to grow up with. We had a nice gorge, had a similar atmosphere. Yeah.
the pits. Are you a fighter, sir?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Not a very good one, but whatever pays the bills, you know?
I see. Um, well, I'm glad that we were able to at least make the environment comforting. We still aren't quite sure how the Ascendant are affected to different stimuli. So any pointers, I guess, for your kind would be greatly appreciated. The only types of input we get are the few Ascendant staff on our payroll.
Well, to keep it nice and sweet, you touch my tusks, odds are I'm breaking your nose.
Hey, calm down there, calm down there, Harvey. Hey, worst case scenario, you fail at the fight again, you can always come to work here as a sloppy fucking bodyguard.
Yeah, wouldn't be my first gig as a bodyguard.
As you two are walking and talking, you get a better sense of the people you're working with. You see various different colored outfits, kind of this of a similar build. Not terribly armored, but at least some form of battle dress uniform or BDUs. Different shades of this kind of camo-ish pattern. Some a teal, some your usual white, assumed to be medical staff. Some of them are yellow, and you even have a few like jet black ones, which uh, at least one of you would know are the special forces of this particular group. Um, they tend to dress in black, but don't have that red tinge that's telltale of watch. And you see this symbol, this patch on their shoulder. It has a pair of swords crossed over each other, with a dragon's head clutching the both of them in its mouth, with the SAD moniker under it. And as you get closer and closer to your destination, you see coming into view to be what you have now known as cold snap, or what everyone actually calls him. Uh, it's General Cold Snap, or not that Major Cold Snap, not General. His name's Major Cold Snap. But he's coming into view, waiting at the door with his arms crossed. He he seems to have this almost resting bitch face going on. He's not mad. He doesn't even really seem to be irritated, but he has this almost ironclad stoic look about him. And his visor seems to be back to everyone else's typical like black shaded cover, so you can't actually see his face very well. I see they gave you the once over. Good. Step inside, gentlemen. Let's get you suited up.
Yes, and he just kind of does like a quick but half-ass salute as he walks in.
As
Yeah.
you step inside, you see almost like what you would expect an armory to be. There's a table in the middle with rows and rows of lockers surrounding it, as well as various other chests and just weapons on walls. Something you've kind of seen like in the movies, weirdly enough, but it seems to be somewhere where they do a lot of their weapons tinkering and development.
God. Out of armory. That gun right there. These weapons. Oh my goodness. They've really
Ah.
developed the weaponry since last
Uh,
time.
Go ahead and both of you give me an intelligence check.
Well, okay. Let's see here. Well, I already have a 10, so I'm gonna roll another 20.
All right, let's go. -1. Oh wait, shit.
18
Okay.
plus my 10.
Roll.
So plus your not your 10, it'd be the bonus under that. So 10's
Uh,
0, isn't it?
Intelligence. Intelligence roll ability scores, right?
Hold on. Yeah, it's not a skill, it's your ability scores. So yeah, you have an intelligence of 10, that's a 0, so it'd be a straight roll. So it's a straight 18 for you.
So I know
I
about
have a
this.
-1. I rolled a 19, so I got an 18.
So both of you got an 18. Cool. You know exactly what these weapons are. You've seen them before. Some of them are actually old watch gear. You can actually see the telltale markings on some of them of watch personnel. Some of them are actually taken apart and like half built, like someone's been tinkering on them, and some of them actually have this almost like golden yellow trimming on it with black carbon fiber on a lot of these pieces. They look like they're the ones that are more proudly on display and seem newer, but at least from an 18, you can probably discern that that's their equipment. This is the new stuff they've been developing in the background from the new technology that they've established.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
aren't these fucking beauties?
That's the Exxon
Not-
1900, but it looks modified. Ooh.
I see you know your weapons.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know them by name, but goddamn, I know them by how they kick. And this
Yeah.
bad boy kicks. And he just points at what looks to be a modern shotgun on the wall.
That's just the.
The the major will actually pick up that said shotgun. It's a heavily modified Mossberg 590 with a textured grip, and the stock has actually been converted into a side foldover. He'll actually pick it up, flip the stock out, and then he'll rack it a couple times to make sure there's no ammunition. He'll rack it, check the feed door, and then unrack it and then toss it to uh to Harvey.
Oh. Come on. On, Major. My birthday's not till next month.
When I said you would be well taken care for, I meant it. I want you to listen to me very carefully. I apologize for having to give you the big old scary song and pony show, but if I didn't, I'm pretty sure the higher ups would get a little annoyed. You see, everywhere in here, there are eyes, not just human, but ascendant and eyes of the agency. I don't like the fact that I'm having to send you guys in here. Just to be honest with you, I would never send inexperienced personnel into a place like this.
My character gets close to Harvey and whispers something to him, like, "Hey, Harvey."
I just kind of like kneel down a bit because you're like 2 feet shorter than me. What's up?
Cold Snap. He had a nickname back in the day. Everybody in boot camp used to call him Ginger Snap. For how sweet he was with everybody.
Ivan, don't make me break whatever fucking kneecaps you have left.
uh, just yeah. Just out of character for a second. Just remember, nobody from the military knows who Ivan is. He has a real name that they knew beforehand. Ivan's just a title a different name he chose.
Yes, and he hears you.
Ah.
His passive perception is quite high. You can tell by just looking at him. he heard you. There wasn't going to be a hiding. I'm not even going to have to roll for it. Let's put it that way. His perception is very, very high.
That's fine.
Even
I
on a
wasn't really
crit,
trying to
heard a
hide it.
legendary resistance.
Wasn't really trying to hide it anyways. Good old Ginger Snap.
I hated that fucking name. Anyways, gentlemen, I will actually, Harvey, I will leave you with that shotgun. I was at least looking over your dossier. You seem to actually have some shotgun experience on your belt. If I remember correctly, it's some like recreational sport shooting.
Yeah, skeet shooting. It helped me unwind between matches and all.
Well, that is a heavily modified Remington 870. It's been heavily modified with an expanded tube magazine, so it can hold 10 rounds in the tube. It has a slightly longer barrel, as well as a heavily compensated choke. So your pellet should be a lot tighter than your normal firearms. Additionally, and he actually pulls out a couple bandoliers of shotgun shells, each of them seemingly marked with some kind of symbol attached to them. These are some ammunition we have been slowly developing. It's derived off of the stuff Watch seems to be using. For whatever reason, conventional firearms do not work out there. We're not quite sure why, but we've been developing mithril as our, I guess you could call it the equivalent of iron for us. So the breech on the shotgun is actually reinforced with mithril, so it can handle the hotter powder load of these shells. And he'll actually hand you a combat uniform. And if you remember from session 0, we did your loadouts. So this will
Yeah.
actually be the gear from that session 0.
Yeah. All right.
And as for you, Ivan, at least looking at your dossier, you're a close quarter specialist, are you not?
Hand-to-hand combat. I know my way around a scrap or two.
Well, you might be interested in these, and you'll
What?
actually pick up a pair of what looks like knuckle dusters. But upon further inspection, it has this like almost metallic iridescence where you typically find your metal knuckles for a set of knuckle dusters. It's similar to the armor the major's actually wearing, and probably made out of the same material. And over on top of it, there's a plate that he flips over on top of it and seems to snap onto these gloves. And he hits a button on the side of them, and the top flips open. These were specially designed for a more robust hand-to-hand fighters. I think in the Ascent Waste they call them monks, just because of the way they seem to fight.
So they finally finished these bad boys. The MXK Knuckle Dusters, also known as the Street Sweeper Supremes. I tested these babies out when they were still in alpha stage.
Then you would know
Okay.
that the firing mechanism for the magic charge cells that are proprietary to these were faulty at best.
Oh, trust me, man. If it wasn't for my very strong skin, I would have busted my left wrist. These things kick even more than the thing you gave this guy over here.
As
He's hoping you don't
look,
go flying then.
actually, Ivan, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
You got it, baby. 15.
15.
Okay. As you're looking at these modified knuckle dusters, um, you take a second look at the major's hands themselves. There's a lot of heavy wear on the metal plating where his fingers sit. Uh, some of where they should be, like if you regularly train with firearms, there'll be that crease that forms under the firing finger, your pointer finger. But along the knuckles themselves, they seem to be very worn, like the paint scratched on them, and you can actually see some of the bare metal on them as well.
Yo, Cold Snap, you haven't been trying these yourself, have you?
No, unfortunately, being just a normal human, these kick way too much for me. Why do you ask?
Your hands, the wear and tear on your armor shows that
Oh,
you've been into these kinds of firearms before, maybe at a lower grade, but still.
no, funny you should say that. I'm actually proficient in various forms of MMA fighting styles, so I tend to mix it in with my combat. But I'm assuming that he actually like, points at his gloves or that wear is like. Is this what you're referring to?
Yeah, looks like the kind of wear and tear that you get from years of combat. But some of these scratches, they look fresh. You been getting yourself into fights recently?
Um, well, yes. They've been dispatching me for field recon here and there, and kind of punishment for talking back about how I feel about this whole operation.
Those damn bastards.
I
You're an
mean,
old coot.
I can't blame them. They're nervous. Like, you've been out the waste. You know what they say about what goes on out there. It is the Wild West, but in the worst possible ways.
I mean, yeah, but to send an old veteran like you out there on the fields, your body's gonna give out any second doing this kind of crap at your age.
Don't you count me out just yet. I may not look like it, but I still got a good couple years under my belt. I could still throw hands with some of these youngins.
Oh yeah?
Just believe it. You think they keep me around because of my good looks? Please.
Mm.
Anyways, these Ivan would probably be best suited in your hands, and then he will actually do the same thing he did for Harvey. He'll actually get out a full combat uniform for you. They're not quite your speed, considering how you're used to wearing your usual duster outfit, but at least wearing this, it'll be a lot easier to blend in with various personnel. It may behoove you to at least keep your duster outfit in your backpack, just from what experience you have out in the wastes. I'll give you that one for free.
That's fair. I'm gonna wear the uniform. I'm keeping the jacket though. Plus the hat.
That's probably good. I can't really do anything for you, Harvey. Unfortunately, you're just gonna have to figure it out whenever you get there to kind of blend in. But I can tell you right now, you're going to want to wear this. That the clothing you're wearing right now is not going to cut it.
Well, at this point, I've kind of given up on the whole subtlety.
Hey, Cold Snap, can you get a mask for him?
Honestly, seeing that mug, you'll probably fit him better than you will, Ivan.
Trust me. The time I've spent out there, I know some people. Good people that's still out there.
That's good, because this is all the gear we're gonna give you. Unfortunately, we cannot spare much more. This stuff is beyond expensive. And I had to pull strings just to get it for you. If it was up to them, you'd be going out with a standard XM712 handgun. And I can tell you right now that the new handguns may be nice, but they're not going to help you where you're going.
Yeah, joy. Well, at the very least, you actually gave us something worth a damn. And he just like once again just like gestures to the shotgun. He can't show it physically because his tusks kind of block the edges of his mouth, but he is cracking a smile as he holds it.
I'm just snapping in my fucking knuckle dusters, and I'm not saying it out loud, but I'm just like inner monologuing it to myself. It's like, huh, this feels very familiar. Ugh, going back.
This
into
feels way too right.
All right, take us where we need to go.
All right. He'll hit the door 3 times on a rhythmic action. Just dun 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 dun, and the door will open, and then 2 of those black-clad soldiers will actually walk in and be like, "Is everything ready, Major?" Yes, unfortunately. Listen, you two, just follow these men out. They'll take you to the helipad. Whatever you do, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, please don't piss anybody off on the way out.
I mean, I'll keep to myself, but this knuckle fuck over here, I can't make any promises for him.
Was just about to say the same shit, considering the fact that people look at me once and immediately start swinging. I am the walking definition of fight or flight.
All right.
Got the face even a mother would want to abort.
The 2 men will like pat both of you on the shoulder and point like, "Hey, it's time. Let's go ahead and go."
Yeah, I'm moving. I'm
And
moving.
then one of them will put his hand up to his ear, as if to like communicate. And you can hear it's like, "All right, we have Alpha 1 en route. Wheels up in 5. Go ahead and get that engine warmed up. We just got confirmation that oh, I can't believe I'm saying this. Warden is waiting out by the heli. Whatever you do, please hook his damn truck up right this time. The last time we didn't hook it up right, he threatened to toss one of us over the fucking fence." And
I
then
thought I was an asshole.
then they lead you down the corridor once more. And you see a lot of the same. It's a very sterile environment. It's a military base. People milling about with paperwork, various soldiers with differing ranks, and different uniforms. And of course, the major is not too far behind you all, as well as the 2 other soldiers in tow. And as they walk you out, you can see these massive double doors. And you thought you've seen big doors before. These are not normal fucking doors. It almost seems like as you go through them, and they're like almost diner doors, like they flip open, the entire space almost seems to double in size. And it's not like, oh, you've walked into a new area, you shrunk. No, this area was purpose built to be double its normal size. And it looks like
Uh.
a pit, like a garage pit. You can see Humvees lining the yard. You can see various vehicles propped up. You can see parts strewn everywhere. And you can hear in the distance, in the background, the whirring of helicopter blades.
I thought the underground octagon was too big for its own fucking good.
Yeah. This.
And as you guys round this corner, you hear like some grunting. and like the moving of tools. Brother, give me the spanner wrench. It's over there on your left. And you see this. It looks like a recruit from just his demeanor and like the lack of armor on this black uniform. As he picks up like an oversized like crescent wrench that's almost the size of his arm. And as you're walking, and you see from the from what vision you have of it, this massive brown arm reach out and just tenderly grab this wrench from this recruit, and you hear ratcheting sounds. And
I'd
then-
hate to see what a pipe wrench looks like for that fucker.
and then you hear the major call behind you. Warden! Look lively! You have guests! And then you hear rummaging around, and then the hydraulic whir of this truck being lifted up, and you see it start to come into view a little bit. And then you hear thoom, 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 thoom. And then the clocking of hooves and the sound of dusting off as this massive form peers out from around the corner of this truck. And you thought you've seen big, Harvey. Nothing has prepared for what you're about to see. You
God,
see this massive 7'8" Minotaur just leaning on the side of one of these propped up Humvees like it's a fucking cupboard.
what in the holy goddamn hell?
My brothers, my friends, welcome to my place of work. You must be the two gentlemen I'm supposed to be working with over the next couple of months.
Oh God, not this guy again.
Again, how the fuck could you miss him? He's bigger than Dragonborn Jake.
This
And that fucker was the size of a fucking house.
this massive minotaur in front of you is actually wearing like custom made mixture of plating and BDUs woven together. It's got this like checkered digital tan going across his chest, and then anywhere there's like joints or like long exposed parts of his limbs, there seems to be like this same armor plating painted in the same fashion. It's very muted at first glance, but you can tell by looking at it, it's purpose built for him to prevent him from hurting himself. Just because of his massive size. You know, bumping into things, hitting things you wouldn't normally see. He's so huge compared to a normal human being that without like some form of like day-to-day protection, is very likely he'd have just cuts and bruises and scars all over him.
Yeah, just a quick warning, Harvey. This guy's a hugger.
Ah, my friends, my friends, my friends, come here, come here. And he will actually get low to his knees, and before you or Harvey could make a move to get out of the way, he seems to be able to slip right through your defenses and pick you up in this like hug
No.
in an arm each.
Oh.
My friend,
I refuse.
my friend.
I was about to say.
No, I
was about to
refuse.
say
I want to
that-
roll for evasion.
No. Before you roll for evasion, I want to say it's surprising you got past my defenses specifically because I have both danger sense and the alert feat. I literally have fucking spider sense.
As the DM, I'm going to make you fail these rolls.
God,
That's fair.
I'm
but I
still
just found
rolling
it funny.
anyways.
You can he will let you squirm and tussle, and he won't actually hug you for very long. It's kind of like a brother hug. Like, you know, he just
Okay, I was about
shoots
to-
you up, hugs you real quick, and then puts you down almost like a big brother with a little brother. It's really quick.
Okay, I was I was literally just about to roll myself, like, I don't know, a deck save to see if I don't break something.
He's actually seems like to be fairly aware of his strength. Like you can tell by the way his arms move that he was like taking some concentration to not just break your fucking spine in half.
Hey, actually fixed my back.
Ah, brothers,
God.
brothers, I'm so glad you could join us. Wait a minute. Ivan, is that you?
It's
The
weird I could even
fuck?
see him.
Yeah. Yeah.
He actually like kind of squats down and like very tenderly lifts the bowler hat just a little bit so he can see into your eyes. Like, man, I haven't seen you in a what is it? It's been a year?
Just out of character again.
Yeah.
The way I made Ivan is like the way he can react. Probably, I would say maybe he kind of feels like he's familiar, but he doesn't know who the hell like I am particularly.
No, he
'Cause
doesn't know your background, but you have both been in the waste enough that your reputations precede you. You
fair
know who
enough.
each of you are. He may not know
Okay.
your background or where you're from, but he's like, hey, I have seen you before. I know who you are, at least by your persona. But that's as far
Yeah.
as his knowledge will extend.
I'm
Yeah.
also just
It's
imagining that, like, as he picks up the bowler hat, he has to use one finger to, like, slightly lift it up because he has too big of hands.
He literally uses like his fingernails. The hat to him is so small, he has to use his like fingernails to move it.
Yeah.
it's me, Wally. God damn it, not you again.
You don't seem pleased to see me. I thought we always got on well on good terms for the few times we've encountered each other.
They didn't mind working when you with those missions and things we gotta do. But those damn cases where you ended up always hugging me at the end when we completed them always drove me nuts, man. Be more professional.
Oh, come now. We were friends. I would hope you would act like a friend towards me. My apologies if I made things uncomfortable.
At best, acquaintances. I wouldn't say we're exactly friendly.
Ah, I see. My apologies. Anyways,
Sorry, but did this guy get ascended from, like, the nicest kid this side of Sector O Block?
Please. This kid, he was always the nicest guy in the fucking boot camp.
listen. Just because I'm nice does not mean I couldn't hold my own, Ivan. You should know that better than anybody.
Telling me the fifth best fighter in the whole fucking East Wing platoon over here. Ew.
Anyways, enough about us. Who might you be? And he actually looks over at Harvey.
Obviously, uh, just, just an asshole trying to get his life in order, I guess.
Oh, come now. I'm sure you're more than an asshole, sir.
You know, I would love to disagree, but but I'm, but there was this one tabaxi lady 5 minutes ago who kind of fixed most of it. And he just kind of gestures to where the bruises and cuts used to be on his face and arms.
Okay.
Too
It's
bad
like,
she couldn't fix your face.
But
you know, you're really one to talk.
so the major will actually kind of step up beside the Minotaur and he'll kind of point up with him. It's like, gentlemen, this will be the man that will be escorting you around the zone. His name is Conrad. Probably one of our best engineer, machinist, weaponsmith. You Jesus Christ, man, you have a lot of hats. Like when do you have off time? And the Minotaur kind of just looks down and is like, Major, you should know by now. My pastime is to learn. It's one of the things I do best. And it just so happens I can use my talents to good use around here. But you say these men are the ones that are going to be accompanying me into this mission into the zone?
See, at your size, I'm questioning if you even need it.
God, no, no, not him, not him. Anybody but him.
The major will actually look over at you, and even with his smoked out mask, he'll kind of tilt his head, and you can almost feel him kind of like staring almost daggers into you, and like, Ivan, is this going to be a problem?
You goddamn right it's gonna be. I have to deal with his constant talking nonstop and his constant affection. It's gonna make me want to bust a cap in my own head.
Would you prefer that or corporate prison? Or capital prison, sorry, not corporate.
Uh,
Yeah, that's right. You're fucking stuck with us.
yeah, for Christ's sake. Between the Boy Scout and the goddamn wannabe punching bag over here, I'm gonna blow my cap over here before the mission even starts. Alright. As long as he fucking shuts up more than often, I'll be okay with it.
Alright.
Hey, can I get?
Hmm?
Hey, is there anywhere with a mop just in case this guy actually does explode? I have no idea what dwarf physiology is, and he has fought more than enough to know that there is some creatures that know self-destruct.
Uh,
I'm being,
uh,
I'm being genuine about the mop comment.
Conrad will actually look at you and kind of do like a little like chuckle, like snort out of his nose, and like a small bit of steam seems to come out of it. It's like, don't worry, believe it or not, at least from his reputation, Ivan is much tougher than he looks. I'm sure you could handle a punch or two from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me. Next to you, you're like a sheet of paper. I'm the true duffel bag over here. I can actually take a hit unlike you.
And
As you guys are
that's
talking,
how I know you. And that's how
you
I know
could
you never saw my fight against the war man. A warforged, to be
you,
clear.
you you can hear the like chopper spinning up to full speed outside. Like, sounds like our chopper is getting ready. I suppose I should probably get my truck hooked up to the winches. Unfortunately, this is one of the few ways they can transport me due to my size. Um, you two go on ahead towards the helicopter. I will be over there soon. And you see Conrad go over to this like custom like Ford F-150 that's been like up armored with like plates, and like the truck bed has like spots for someone to sit as like a shooting post, and there's even like a place to mount a 50 if need be, like on the little back area where the bed meets the hood of or the roof of the truck. And you see him go over to this oversized truck in his pit and kind of hook his arm under a spot under one of the axle in the middle. He managed to get his like entire arm up under it and heaves it up in this absurd feat of strength, and just casually walks this thing like a fucking boombox out towards the helipad.
God,
Having something like this
motherfucking
strength
damn.
is actually gonna be half decent.
And after this interesting introduction, nonetheless, the major will actually escort you with the two soldiers not too far behind Conrad. and towards the a black um, Black Hawk helicopter. It seems to be a little larger than the Black Hawks you've seen in movies. It seems to be like a little larger in size and seems to have beefier engines attached to it. Go ahead and Bozy, roll me a perception check.
Just a moment, please.
20.
God damn.
You rolled a nat 20?
Yep.
Natural 20 first session? What the shit?
Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I see it on the page. All right.
All right, let's
Four.
see. Perception check go. 19.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Oh, I forgot to mention, kid. Whenever you do go to roll, if you're not aware, you can add buffs from your sheet before you do a roll. If you go to dice
Okay.
roller, you can go to like add buff and then from sheets. So like if I ask for like an intelligence or perception, you can put it on there and then roll. I'm assuming
okay,
that's
so
that's what you did, right, Jen? That's how you got that number.
Not really. All I really did was just click the +4 that I added, and it automatically put it on the buff slot.
Oh, okay, cool. From your like your skill sheets and stuff.
Yeah, I roll from my skill sheet. I just click the skill sheet where it says +4. It opens up the roll menu and automatically adds it.
Oh, okay.
I have a +5 to perception, so that's a
So
25.
it'd be a 25. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a 19,
yeah.
so honestly, just
You
explain what kid sees.
you easily understand what this is. You know what this is. You've flown in one of these things before.
This right here is one of the best military aircrafts known to humankind. It can hold up to a brigade of up to 50 soldiers at once if it wanted to. It could take a hellfire beating from the goddamn missile launchers of Notre Dame and back. This right here is the Heavens Falcon.
And as you explain this, Harvey, you could see like on the nose cone where what looks to be like a 20mm cannon mounted to the bottom on like a turret. Right above that on the nose cone, you can see like a jagged mouth with a pair of eagle wings that float up off to the side under the windows of the cockpit.
Damn.
Ah, yes, you have good eyes, Ivan. I built her myself.
You built this Model 1 yourself?
Of course. Who else would build such a beauty?
I wouldn't exactly picture you doing that.
Oh, come now, Ivan. Even you know I'm probably one of the best blacksmiths to grace this planet.
Back in the old mission, you could barely fucking be able to craft a goddamn birdhouse, and you tell me you built this beauty?
Oh, of course. I've had some time to work on my craft, so to speak.
I'm fucking time, goddamn.
And as you guys come up, the back hatch actually starts to open up for you. As the major follows you. And Conrad actually takes his truck, sets it down, and gently starts pushing it up the back ramp. Before kind of like slotting it in, and a pair of like clamps come up from the bottom to lock into the tires to keep it from moving, like a pair of locks. As he ends up climbing up into the back of the trunk and kind of just chills out in the back of it. All right, gentlemen. This will be where I let you on your way. You should make contact with one of our associates inside. I gotta notes for the location. Where is it? This one. Yes. I need you to make contact with an associate in the first and last stop bar. It should be just inside the main outpost city in Sector 1. Should be relatively easy to find. Most people and locals know it there. And I believe Conrad's actually been there once or twice. So it should be fairly easy to find your way there. Once you get there, you'll be looking for a male to backseat by the name of Shawshank. He will be your main contact there, and he'll give you information on the last known whereabouts of Echo Team.
All right. Getting in, early entrance to the front. Look for Shawshank. Prove with them and get information. Got it.
He's hoping he doesn't end up with Echo Team.
And before you two set off, he actually pulls out from a satchel off to his side a pair of they look like solid black bracelets, like almost like a cuff, but not quite. And he walks over and gently takes the right arm of each of you and clips them around your wrists. These will let us know where you are. They'll keep us up to date on your vitals, and they'll act as active comms. Normal comms do not work in the zone, so the only way we're going to be able to get in contact is with these. They cannot be removed by normal means. I mean that. If someone comes up and tries to take these some bitches off of you, it's not going to work. They're magically charmed.
Yeah, I was just about to say to the mention that they can't be removed by normal means. Harvey is immediately going to try and just like scratch at a bit with his fat ass fingers.
They seem to be made of like an almost void black material. Like it almost seems like this metal or whatever it's made of seems to almost absorb light around it. But it almost seems like warm to the touch. Not quite like cold or like absorbing heat from around itself. It seems to almost give off its own like slight warmth. It's very strange to the touch. But there doesn't seem to be any discernible like clasp or attachment point on them. But as you kind of tap and scratch on it, a holographic display pops up, and this like almost orange hued light that almost reminds you of a smartphone. Just with instead of a screen, it's like a localized hologram that sits probably about a foot and a half away from your face at all times.
What is the fuck? I'm just like now just swiping in front of my face at this screen, wondering what the fuck this is.
It moves and behaves like a smartphone. It will swipe. You can, pinch your fingers to like enlarge or crunch your fingers in to shrink like images and stuff. You can browse the web. You can pull up like a phone dial in, which it has like contacts already in it. One of them is Ivan's, another one is HQ labeled on it, and another one is Conrad's.
Hey, buddy, don't get any funny ideas. You can't see any nudie things on this one.
Buddy, I seen. If I wanted to see nudes, I would just kill myself.
That's kind of dark, brother. Don't do that.
Not at least without somebody
more-
recording it for money.
Ew.
Conrad will also kind of go, ugh. And almost give like a disgusted snort. Anyways, these are a new piece of technology we've been developing. They're called the Echo Ones. And to keep it short and sweet, they're essentially comlinks that behave a lot like your modern smartphones do. They can connect to Bluetooth devices, they can relay information, they can connect to other pieces of technology, and he'll actually gently take Harvey's device and move it over a little bit to point out a USB like a cable that can be pulled out that's USB-C enabled and has like various like adapters that can be popped out of the side of it that seem to come from almost nowhere. And can be pushed back into the same place, and then the little spot kind of closes up to be like this back to the seamless black look. It should be able to connect to most devices and has a very rudimentary artificial intelligence in it for such as hacking or navigation. But nothing too crazy. Just think of them as like a little personal assistant for basic questions. But these should help you immensely, and it'll also let us keep up to date for your progress. Like I said, you're not going to be able to keep up with us very often, and this is our only link to you. So don't get yourself killed, please, because they work off of your bioelectricity.
Yeah, right.
I ain't making promises.
Anyways, good luck. Godspeed. And he actually will give you a full salute.
Harvey isn't really
Nice.
military trained, so he just kind of like half-asses his.
I ain't fucking saluting. You ain't getting one of those out of me.
Very well.
See you on the other side.
And the major will step off, and the ramp will slowly close with you guys on it, and the helicopter will start to take off. This will give you some time to talk amongst yourselves, especially with Conrad as well, if you even want to. But it will give you a little bit of time to just kind of get yourself mentally prepared as the helicopter moves. And it seems to be pretty stable. Like for a helicopter, you might think it would be a little bumpy, but as this thing flies, it's doing a pretty good job.
So hey, Harvey, what the hell made you want to come here and do this kind of thing?
Listen, in all fairness, it's probably not my smartest decision. Hell, it's probably gonna end up being my dumbest one. But it's hell. But one thing's for certain: hell of a lot better than the underground rings.
What? The old ring ain't fucking good for you anymore? What you want? You missed the old ring with the hoity-toity bot matches with all them rich folks?
If we're being honest, yeah. At least once the lights were off, I was actually treated like someone.
Goddamn fighters fighting for death and money. The hell you care about fame in there too, man? It'll get you nowhere. Trust.
Yeah, well, ain't really got much else to live for. So, what about you, Mr. Ex-Military?
Yeah. Wait, you don't actually know my thing as well. I never said that I'm
Oh,
ex-military.
Sorry, fuck.
As far as your
So, what
character
about you,
goes,
Mr.?
he's just another fighter like you.
I'm a detective.
Yeah,
Yeah. So what about you, Mr. PI? Fox an investigator doing with the military.
I
Or
got
sorry,
my
no, not military shit. With this shit.
mm, got my reasons. I'm looking for someone in particular.
Mm.
That's what
Well,
I heard.
y'all converse
That's
for a second. I'm gonna quickly go get some water.
hey, go ahead.
go for it. I'm
Yes,
genuinely
no,
sorry.
yes.
I'm bashing your fucking character's looks constantly, man.
No, dude, fucking do it. I fucking built. Like, he's gonna get more pissed off once we get boots on the ground, but like, I built him to just be ugly. Like, his whole character, like, aside from just going back to living a glory days that'll never happen, is just living with the fact that, yeah, he is now stuck looking like somebody made love to a goddamn green potato.
Oh man. Although I might actually change my the voice for Ivan because it is kind of killing my throat doing it more than just a couple more than an hour.
I'm definitely gonna change
If
Harvey's voice
back by
once
the
my
way,
stomach gets better, but you know,
if
because
a
again, his voice is a
voice
lot.
is a problem,
Sorry.
you do not have to do it all the time. I would just ask you to do it during important story bits. But for
Okay.
like general day-to-day stuff, I'm totally cool with you guys using your normal voice as long as you specify when you're talking in character.
Okay.
Yeah, I only reason I want to change my voice is just because I'm supposed to be sounding like a 40k orc, but I cannot go that guttural until I get fully healed, you know. So I'm just like kind of going in those like between little shit right here, deep enough that you can kind of get the memo, but you know,
Yeah, whatever you
fucking,
gotta do.
it's
But
serviceable.
like I said, if it becomes a problem, just like, hey, voice is going out. I'm talking. Let me know when in character and out of character conversations are happening. That's all.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Conrad will actually speak up.
Hmm.
Brothers, I know that my demeanor can be a little off-putting at times, and I apologize. But I look forward to working with you both. Rest assured, I will make sure no harm comes to either of you. I'm sure you can handle yourselves, but I wanted to make it known that I will do everything in my power to make sure we come back alive.
Ivan speaking in character. Honestly, as long as we just finish this godforsaken mission, and you don't talk as much as you did last time with the case I did, I think we'll get along all right for another day.
Listen,
Ver-
Mr. Brick Shithouse, all I'm gonna say is that I appreciate it, but you couldn't keep me out of the fucking fight.
Oh, of course, of course. My apologies, Ivan. I did not mean to be I didn't mean to be annoying. But as I said, I look forward to working with you both, and he'll actually extend his large hand out, like General Armstrong, like Full Metal Alchemist style. Like just
I'm
this
going to
massive fucking hand reaches out in like camaraderie.
Harvey's just gonna shrug and take it. Like
He
he's gonna
actually
fucking
gives you a fairly gentle handshake. He actually does a very good job at controlling his strength and gives you a proper handshake.
yeah. Harvey's gonna like squeeze as hard as he can just to like get a measure of like both strength and just the sheer muscle density of this man.
You
And
couldn't squeeze his fucking muscles if you actually tried.
yeah, then I think yeah, Ivan's just gonna grab one of Conrad's fingers and just shake that.
It's all you can fucking wrap your hand
And,
around.
and he will actually like take it to heart. He'll give you like a proper like shake with his finger.
Yeah.
Good. I look forward to it. Get a couple of hours of rest. It'll be a little while before we enter the zone's airspace. Um, a little sleep will go a long way. And Conrad will actually kind of like shift his weight in the back of his truck and like cross his arms and like lean his head down and close them and try to get like an hour or two like nap in.
Well, Ivan speaking. Well, I guess if we're gonna go to sleep, might as well get a little swig of this blacksmith's gold.
A shot.
Yeah.
And as you see Harvey, he takes out this bottle, and as he corks it open, you can immediately smell the liquor coming from it. It's like if someone crossed like licorice, motor oil, and um like black rum all in one. It is strong, and you can smell it.
I feel like I'm gonna have to roll a con save.
It depends. Do either of you take a sip of it?
I mean, I normally take sips of it, so it's okay for me. I need it for a specific purpose, which I could explain if
Yeah,
after roll wants to.
Yeah.
Um,
You're for you, Ivan. I'm not gonna make you roll from drinking out of that. You're
Oh,
used to drinking that stuff.
I've been speaking
Okay.
to Harvey here. Hey, Harvey, you want a swig?
Yeah, so you said I could smell it the second he popped the cork, right?
Literally, the moment he opens the top of it, not even getting close to your nose, you can smell it.
Okay, I'm just gonna I'm gonna do a constitution check for myself, just to kind of gauge my own reaction to this.
Yeah, like does he have the courage to take a swig of it?
Let's see, that's an 18.
But that's
I'm
on
gonna
you. I haven't made you make a
Yeah,
roll
no,
yet.
no, I just wanted to, because Harvey isn't much of a drinker. At most, when he drinks, it's like to celebrate a fight won or to just like numb the pain of a fight lost. But he has never smelled liquor this fucking strong.
On second thought, I don't think I'll give you any of this.
Yeah, well, that's a damn shame. I was willing to take a shot.
Appreciate the bravery, mate. But this right here, I'm gonna tell you what it is. It is the hardest brew crafted to mankind. Getting this schlop over this area, I had to cross the sector 3 by myself to get it. There's a little guy over there. Name's Peter. He actually makes this stuff by hand. Weird ass ingredient he gets. But for whatever reason, ever since my boot camp, I'm losing my memories. And for some reason, the only thing keeping me remembering everything I got, damn juice.
Well, I guess if shit goes south for me. Just do me a favor and pop a shot on my corpse.
You got it, bud.
Harvey, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Arcana. Okay. Where is? That's a -1.
Or you can do investigation, whichever is your highest.
Honestly, it doesn't even matter. They're both -1s. I'm a stupid motherfucker.
Okay.
That is a 6.
That's a fucking bottle, all right.
Yeah,
It's a bottle.
hard
It holds some
liquor.
liquor.
That is definitely hard liquor. I cannot barely know it.
As you guys talk and discuss things, and if you get a couple hour or two of sleep, it'll take you about 4 hours in total to finally enter the airspace, and you'll hear over the intercom a male voice call over. All right, boys, we're over the zone airspace. Should be about 30 minutes before we make touchdown. Why don't you guys go ahead and strap in? Things tend to get a little bumpy on this side of the fence, if you know what I mean.
Oh, we gotta brace ourselves for this one.
Conrad will snort awake, and he'll actually start putting on like tactical gear onto little spots on his BDUs. They almost seem to snap in onto the plates on his body. You know, various pouches, extra armor plating, and like a gorget around his neck that protects his jugular area, and he actually pulls out a like a one, what would I call it? Not quite a cowboy hat, but it's like a
Milady hat.
yeah, I would say that.
I was thinking like I was thinking something like between Sniper and Saxton Hales hats.
Yeah, that's actually a much more accurate description. It's almost like a recon's hat. And it like even has like a couple large caliber bullets in the actual brim of the hat, and like a strap bandolier up there. Additionally, if you look at one of his arms, you can see massive 338 lapula rounds in like holder slots on one of his arms. And you see Conrad actually pulls out this oversized lever action repeater with like a small red dot, or say small for him, red dot scope that sits on top of some Picatinny, as well as like a tactical light laser combo under on another Picatinny near the front of the gun. And there also seems to be like a muzzle brake on the end that seems to be threadable, as well as more like individual bullets, like tucked into like a bandolier holder wrapped around the stock, as well as like a little like single point sling near like the middle of the stock area that lets him kind of lay it across his chest. Brothers, it seems the time has come. Go ahead and get yourselves strapped in. At least from my experience, the last couple of months have the storms have made a little of a bumpy ride on the way in.
It's fine. If I get moved around a bit, it ain't gonna be the worst thing that happens today.
There's
Can't
an
be-
overhead light that kicks on that's red. You know, that's like the like jump signals that tend to come on.
Time, is it? All right then.
Well, let's see how fast I get my ass beat.
Go on your record as soon as we land.
As you guys like strap in and kind of hold on, as you feel this massive behemoth of a helicopter actually manages to start finally shaking. You can feel this like turbulence starting to kick on and just absolutely rattle the inside of the cargo hold. It's actually like impressive that you're finally able to feel anything when it's been kind of a smooth ride this entire time.
Oh,
As it goes
great.
on, it gradually gets worse. This isn't a normal storm, whatever it is.
It's like
Yeah, what the
yeah,
hell's
it's like my
happening?
ride home.
The hell's happening out there? We're barely in Sector 1. It's supposed to be kiddie stuff.
You'll see Conrad actually reach up to his gorget that seems to double as like a communication device. And he throws his thumb on it and goes, "Pilot, what's going on up there?" Boys, you might actually want to strap in. This is not a normal storm. whatever this is, it's making my controls go haywire.
Swear to God, the next words out of your mouth are, "We're going down."
I'm gonna check my fucking wrist thing to see what the hell's going on radar wise. Do I need it?
Go
I
ahead
need to make a roll?
and roll me an intelligence check.
An
Better you than me,
intelligence
kid.
check. Oh boy. 18.
18. Okay, that's not bad. As you like almost like a watch, you then move it to the palm side of your wrist and you tap on it, you see an enlarged map pop up. Think Helldivers almost.
Okay.
You get a massive holographic map and you swipe through these various like info layers and you get to weather. And you see the map of the sector, which was once California, the top, like the dead middle of the sector seems to be just bright red of heavy rain and storming, which
What
is
the hell?
strange. The top and the bottom seem to be fine, and you seem to be coming in from around the middle of where the zone is, starting to enter the airspace to go towards zone 1, which is where the neutral zone is. You at least you know from experience that the middle areas tends to be like a free corridor to go through, as it's typically considered no man's land.
What the hell's happening out there? Damn radar's saying that this freak storm is something else that we've never seen before. Look how it's acting up.
You hear whoop 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 as an alarm goes off inside the cargo hold. Whoop 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 whoop. Warning: heavy turbulence encountered. Stabilizers at 80%.
Yep.
And it will repeat this. Shit. Brothers, I want you to get into the back of the, not the back. I want you to get into the cabin of the truck. I want you to strap yourselves in. If this goes really badly, I can use the auto eject out of the back of the cargo hold. This puppy will get us down to the ground safely, but we need to be closer. If worse comes to worse, we'll bail out at the last second.
Got it.
I'm
As
just
you
hoping the
get
pilot
close-
doesn't say those famous words. I'm just climbing. Say there's a
as
climb
you
to the cabin of the
get
car.
close to the doors, the rattling gets worse. And it's not just like a little turbulent shaking. The entire cargo hold is violently shaking.
Swear to God.
God damn it, I'm losing control. We're not going down, but something has a hold of us.
What the hell's going on outside?
I don't know, but this turbulence is worse than when that Genasi
Warning.
Serbia left hook.
Warning. Stabilization 50%. Unknown foreign objects inbound.
Conrad, I think we need to get the hell out of here.
Pilot, I want you to get us as close as you can to the ground right now. Roger that, I'll do what I can. You get those two ready. Bail out on my word. And you see this almost composure come over Conrad as he hops out of the truck and ushers you both into the cabin of it. He actually helps strap you in where you almost have like a 5-point harness on these seats. Whatever Conrad was expecting to deal with out here, he prepared for all of it. The inside of this truck is armor. It's padded. It's basically roll caged. So it could take a beating if necessary.
Boy, what kind of Ford F-150 is this?
Call her the Regulus. She's a beauty, and she will get us there safely. Whatever you do, try not to touch anything. The automated system should kick in the moment it leaves the helicopter.
Car with the automated systems. What?
Before you have a chance to answer any questions, these doors actually open up almost DeLorean style. And he actually closes them both, and then he hops onto the back of the truck, and he wraps his arm in a strap that's connected to the bed of it, and kind of holds on. Warning! 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 Incoming! Warning! Incoming! Warning! Incoming! Something's locking onto us! This is Eagle Bearer 1. I repeat, this is Eagle Bearer 1 calling out for a mayday. You have Buddy Spike. I repeat, you have Buddy Spike. There are lives on board this craft inside the neutral zone. I repeat, you have Buddy Spike. And you hear this repeating alarm, alert, unknown lock-on detected, alert, incoming, unknown lock-on detected, incoming. And this repeats in this monotone voice as you hear in the background over the intercom for the pilot trying to call in for whatever this is to be called off.
What the hell's happening outside?
Oh God! It's a crab!
What the fuck are we in?
Is that the president? Oh my God! Oh my God! That tiny-ass dude is sword fighting a crab with its own arm.
So as this alarm keeps going off and keeps going and going, you hear over the intercom for y'all to offload. It's like they're not calling off the strike, boys. You need to get out of here. I'm gonna open up the latch. You're about 200 feet off the ground, maybe 300. I can't tell in this fucking storm. But you should be somewhere inside the no man's land of Zone 3. I'm sorry, but I can't get you any closer without doing some major damage to this craft. And within you in here, it's gonna make it harder to evade them. Conrad, you know what to do. And as these alarms keep flashing, the lights start flashing between blue and green. Doors opening. Doors opening. Secondary systems engaged. Unlocking crew. Repeat. Unlocking crew. Prepare for emergency ejection. And you hear as these heavy latches almost seem to explode open, just doom, 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 doom. And the truck starts lurching back a little bit, and then a hook underneath the bed slingshots you out. And you can feel the inertia of this happening, this instant jolt. You come flying out the back of this helicopter inside of this maelstrom swarm. And you can see now what's been attacking you. You know what this is. It's a blue dragon.
The ever-loving fuck is that thing?
And
that a fuck?
It's got its claws gripped on the side of one of the cargo fuel wings. So like there's like a pair of wings that shoot out the side. It's got its claws latched onto one of those, and it's like screaming at this helicopter. And the moment that you exit out of this helicopter, you hear doom, 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 as the cannon on the bottom starts unloading. And you see the aftermath as you guys are falling in this cockpit of the helicarrier firing at this dragon and managing to barely peel off and spin around, firing off flares for both himself and for you guys to kind of get a gauge of where you're at.
You need to hold on tight, guys. This one's gonna be the bumpiest yet.
As you say that, you hear Conrad come up over the intercom. Hold on, brothers! This is gonna get rough real fast! 200! 100! Brace! Slam! The entire truck lurches and like recoils from its suspensions. It doesn't seem to damage it or break, but it like you can feel it slam to the ground with its weight as it bounces back up off of the ground. You then feel the systems kind of come to life, so to speak, as then the automated systems begin to kick in. Get us out of here now! And you hear the truck chirp up to life. Understood. Exiting the area, and the tires spin up and just rocket you guys off at top speed, through what almost looks like a desert to you. But as you look up and around, you can see the aftermath of the helicopter and the dragon and their fight, raging overhead with this maelstrom of a storm. You can't see more than maybe 10 or 15 out in front of you.
Ugh. Conrad, do you think the goddamn chopper's gonna stand a chance against that thing?
I think you'll be okay, brother. I designed that thing to handle quite a few things. It'll take more than a dragon to get it on the first go, but I don't think it would want to stick around, not in this storm. It more than likely he'll peel off an RTB. Those dragons won't be able to pass the wall. The defenses will kick in and knock it down.
Ugh. Good. Alright, we need to get moving.
That sounds good. Do you know how to drive, Ivan?
You bet your sweet bippy I do.
Okay.
Reach the controls, Ivan.
Yeah, joke's on you.
Javelin, switch over to manual control. Understood. Switching to manual mode. And you see a steering wheel kind of flip out of the front console in front of you and form. It looks like your standard automatic truck steering.
This actually reminds me of this old freaking wagon we used to have back in my fucking village.
And go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Investigation. Yeah, you got it. 13.
13.
You can gauge at least what the first couple of feet are in front of you, but your sense of direction seems to be a little off. Wherever you guys are currently at, you might need to do some guesstimation with your echo links to kind of get a heading towards Zone 1.
All right, boys. Y'all keep your map navigator on while I drive this thing very slowly. We're in an uncharted territory in this sector of Sector 1.
At first glance, as you look at your comm link, something doesn't add up. You guys were supposed to be moving over towards Zone 1. At least that was the original plan. But as you look at it, you're not in Zone 1. You're on, like, the outskirts of Zone 3, closing in on the checkpoint. Whatever happened threw you off course enough to where you're not even in the right zone. You cannot stay here.
Conrad, status report.
Everything seems to be okay over here. What does the map look like? Where are we?
Javi,
Says zone sector 3. The fuck?
what? That far in already?
Are you sure? Check it again.
No, it still says sector 3.
Roll me an intelligence check.
I
I know. The dumbass is being told to roll intelligence instead of the one who built the character. You rolled a 4. Yeah, you believe.
no, we're in sector 8, guys.
Yeah, you believe that you're on the map somewhere. It's
What the
important that you realize you're on the map somewhere.
Ain't no way we're in Sector 8, you fucking big beluga. Let me check.
I just like kind of
Roll
I
me,
try to, like,
roll me an
usher my
investigation
wrist.
check.
trying to usher my wrist towards it, but the screen doesn't leave my eyes. I want to
15.
move this thing.
You actually have a much better idea of where you're at. Your eyes don't deceive you. You're about 3 clicks away from the Zone 3 checkpoint. You are
Shit.
off course massively.
Holy fuck, no. You idiot, this isn't Sector 8. We're right off a little bit off the fucking quest where we're supposed to be at in Sector 3. That damn fight pushed us all the way 2 different sectors ahead. But in the farther outskirts here.
I knew I shouldn't have left those reading glasses back in the locker room.
Give
God damn
me
it.
1 sec, and I will provide the map. That way everyone can have a pretty good idea of what we're looking at, because Sector 3 is still within I would say a relatively okay spot, but it's like 1 off from being really bad.
Yeah, this spot's not good.
Sector 4 is where you start seeing a lot of the afflicted. And last thing you need is a fight with them right now.
God damn, this is the outskirts of it. I mean, I know we were hanging out and the last fights you were doing were in the fucking depths of fucking Sector 2, Harvey. I actually have a couple bases set up for just small investigations. I only got 1 in Sector 3 and we're nowhere near it. We're gonna have to be careful around these parts.
Let me go ahead and upload the map. Let's see, where's the map? Oh, that's desktop. There it is. Upload. This is 1000 by 1000 for now. Give me my map. So, right now, you guys are. See, you're about here. Oh, that's not a very good color. You guys are about here.
see. Yeah.
You know that
Wanna
the
make it
closest CP where you're at is Impertinence.
far off the trail. No, that's not a safe point near us here. Conrad, you're the one leading us in this brigade. You want us to keep moving forward or move our way back to Sector 2?
Well, going down, we know that the further down you go, the worse things get. We need to keep going north, Ivan. We need to reach CP Impertinence. Our contact is supposed to be in Sector 1, somewhere near the north, closer towards CP Limbo. CP Limbo is the entrance, or at least the usual ground entrance. Whatever that storm was seemed to knock us quite a bit off course, which is a bit concerning. It's almost like someone knew we were coming.
Lieutenant Cold Snap told us we had to go communicate with Shawshank over in Sector 1. We should probably see if we can communicate with them via radio.
I will see what I can do. This storm, whatever it is, seems to be interfering with comms a little bit, so it may take some time. In the meantime, keep moving us towards the Impertinence. We need to get to that checkpoint.
Got it. Going north it is then. Hang tight.
This vehicle seems to handle really well, and as you drive, it seems to be kind of desolate. Now that you're actually like getting a proper look as you're driving, looking for the checkpoint, you see a dividing wall that spans miles. We're talking it goes from coast to the corner end of the dividing wall. It's massive. And it's almost as large as the dividing wall, in fact. Lights strewn down on the side of it as so they can be seen for aircraft, but as well as kind of give scale to this massive gate. It's huge. It seems to be made out of a mix of concrete and like blackened looking steel. It actually seems to even be made of a similar material as your comm links are.
Damn wall. Just another damn excuse to separate all the classes together as well. Ugh.
It from your memory, you know that Area 3 is actually kind of considered the slums. You can actually see in the distance a couple shanty towns and places where people have taken up residence. Um, just from the random bits of light you can see in the far distance from your vantage point as you get closer and closer to Impertinence.
Conrad. Conrad. Hey. You think
Yes, what does it I mean?
you think you want me to just park it here near the closest slum town that we got? Gotta make sure what's the condition of our current vehicle.
Hmm. We should be quite all right. It's going to take more than that to ruin the suspension of this fine vehicle.
Always be safer than sorry.
Yeah, if you want to stop by somewhere, you're more than welcome to. It'd be nice to probably take a leak. Um, but at least for now, I think it would be best, at least until we understand what's going on, to keep out of sight. So wherever you do park us, make sure it's not in any light. And you can see,
No
look
problem.
up. It's dusk, like it's probably about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning right now.
It's alright. Over here by the outskirts, I remember that there's an old saloon that's abandoned. Big enough to hide this thing while we take a look and see how the condition's looking at.
Okay, on the map, I would like you to mark where you would like to go.
Okay, so we are on 3 Solitude. We're kind of near the entrance. So since we were here, I'd say we probably made a decent ways, but we're kind of crossed around. I want to say we're around here now.
I actually cannot see you drawing.
Hold on. Let me see if I can make it a little clearer.
Can you see what he's drawing?
I could see it. Can you see what I did in pink? Or
Yeah, I can see what he did.
I cannot.
oh shit, how do I?
Would you
Ooh,
like me
okay.
to share my screen?
Hold on.
Oh, oh.
Let's do that real quick and reopen it. Show party. Yeah, I can see it now. There you go.
All right. Yeah, I dubbed over in pink just because he did a light blue initially.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that little dot's your current location. That little circle area is about where the town talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. As of right now, um, you guys are closest towards impertinence. That's the direction you want to go. So going this way is going to be at least at least an hour and a half trip.
Okay. So then what we're going to do then is instead we're going to be around this area here. It's a little bit forward. You might have to load it up again.
Let's see.
Where the red circle is up top.
Right here.
Just a little bit ways away from where we actually landed.
Okay, yeah, because your impact site was about here. It's pretty
yeah.
close to the main wall.
Yeah. So we'll just move a little bit forward, but more to the left side of it. Yeah, where the circle is.
Yeah, when you guys came in, y'all came in from like this direction. Whatever storm was blowing through here seemed to move the moment you guys entered the airspace. So whatever it was knew you were coming.
Okay.
So it may behoove you to either A, rush towards impertinence, like Conrad told you, or to find somewhere within the AO of impertinence. Because these checkpoints are quite large. They're not like a little gate. They're massive. So you can get within about a mile or two of it. You should be okay. And if something seems to chase you back again, like that dragon, you would have enough time to get within the CP within like 10 minutes.
Okay. I've been talking to Harvey. What do you want to do? Do you want to continue forward to impertinence back to a space, a sector, if you will? Or do you want to keep going forward?
I don't even know why we're bothering to check the vehicle. Conrad said it's fine. Fine. We just keep it trucking along.
Because from here to here, it's going to take you about an hour and a half. going in this area, which you indicated before, is going to take a little longer to do. The terrain here is a little funky.
I honestly say that we should actually go back and check on the diagnostics of the vehicle. As much as I trust Conrad's craftsmanship, you saw what that thing did to the airship itself, regardless of how reinforced it was.
Hmm. Conrad will actually chime in. I see your point, and I understand your concern. How about this? How about we go ahead and make a cold camp around here? The wall is fairly defendable. It'll at least give us a kind of a natural cover, so to speak. And at the very least, we can find, you know, maybe an old rundown shack or something for us to at least sleep in. I doubt anyone's gonna try to bug us out here.
Hmm. Try camping out in the old
Personally,
go to the slum town near the wall here. Probably can check out the old saloon like I said. Hold off there. It's been abandoned for years. We all?
Hmm. What do you think, Harvey? I'd like your input as well.
uh, listen, I just wanted to get this shit done with, and the fucking storm decided to say, "Hey, go fuck yourself." If it was up to me, I'll just keep doing my best to move along to where we're supposed to get to.
Okay.
It looks like I'm
Roll
kind of
me.
outvoted in
You know
that
what?
regard.
Ivan, roll me a persuasion check.
Bijan. 13. -1. So 12.
Did you not roll? Even with his bonuses, you will succeed.
Nick. Alright, listen, Harvey.
Very well. Fine. Fine. Do you know where this abandoned saloon is?
Like the back of my hand. The little slum town up ahead. It's not too far from the wall. Been abandoned for fucking years. There might be a couple stragglers, but they won't bother. The last thing they want is to be in trouble with anybody.
Very well. You're the one driving the ship. Lead us on.
Fucking
Trust me, guys.
hell.
It's better to be safe than sorry in this kind of situation. It's like the three's a hellhole. We don't want to be here longer than we need to be. I'm not making car noises. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I got you. As you spin around, to head towards this, shanty town, um, you can hear Conrad still kind of working on the roof, and finally hear this click noise into place as he sets up like a heavy duty antenna on the roof of the truck, and he starts messing with a comm unit back there.
Oh boy.
And you'll
Actually gonna
hear
be able
static noises from it as he moves between channels and finally settles on one.
Jesus.
Come in, I Eagle Eye 1. Eagle Eye 1, come in.
Oh, you actually got something. No longer dead air.
No, this is Conrad talking.
Oh.
Conrad's like, Eagle 1, come in. Check in. Eagle Eye 1. Come in. He'll mess with it again. Eagle Eye 2. Come in. Warden? Warden, is that you? Oh my god. Finally! Eagle Eye 2, is that you? Are you okay? Yeah, this is me. What the hell? We haven't been able to get into contact with anybody. The comms in the entire sectors have just gone cold. And for whatever reason, we can't get through CP Limbo. I'm sorry, what? What do you mean you can't get through CP Limbo? We stopped receiving support through Limbo almost a week ago. We haven't been able to get access to the outside world since then. No helos in and out, nothing. Some of the watch people have been saying that it's for safety reasons. There's apparently some kind of freak storm that's been going on overhead, originating from Sector 5. It's a little concerning. Ivan, did you get all that?
Yeah. For whatever damn reason, the storm that started was from Sector 5 and it made its way all the way to Sector 3. Damn near to the fucking Sector 1 beginning zone.
Yeah, that sounds like, for whatever reason, the entire zone's been put into a lockdown. Is there anything else you can tell us? You're breaking up. Signal not cleared. Damn it.
Alright, we got 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, at least somebody's alive. That's a good start. Brother, I- something's been bothering me since we touched down.
Yeah, what's that?
That storm, if it came from 5, there's a gate at 5. It's called Fury's Eye. You don't think that gate has evolved since then, do you?
This is a good possibility. It's the halfway mark. Can only mean whatever's happening all the way down from godforsaken sector to the lower sector. Sector 9 could be already pre-affecting everything in the halfway point. That doing it so, it's only a matter of time before everything else gets riddled with these kind of shits.
That's what I'm worried about. Usually Sector 4 and Sector 5 is when things go kind of haywire. But, usually 1, 2, and 3 have been always, for the most part, safe. I've never heard of anything coming up any further than that. In fact, usually Solitude is, well, kind of its namesake. It's usually pretty empty.
Well, from what the reports told us, the briefing said that there was a red mist coming around from Sector 3. The last group they actually tried to do some kind of reconnaissance around. Something's telling me that something's already affected this part.
Strange. Well, tell you what, let us camp at this shanty, hovel, or whatever that you have eyes on, and let's go at this with clear eyes tomorrow morning. I don't think it'd be a good idea for us to move out at night, at least not with that dragon roaming about.
Fair enough, actually. We probably don't want to go from the front door. Everybody's gonna see us from it's off the ledge, but how about we try coming in through the cellar? A little bit safer if we're underneath it.
I mean, if it's as abandoned as you say it is, then I don't think we have any problems, right?
Yeah. There's the occasional drunk that sometimes stops by and actually finds a bottle or two of hooch. Occasionally he roams around and just sleeps in here. Rather not bother them. Additionally, the cellar doors are actually far wider to let yourself, being as big as you are in, rather than the front entrance of the saloon that's for normal sized folk.
Okay. Very well. Go ahead and roll me a wisdom check.
A wisdom check. Let me see what I have here for that.
And
Uh,
Jin, while he's doing that, I'd like you to roll me a perception check.
16.
One perception check coming up in just a moment.
Plus 2.
Uh,
So I'm at 18.
That's an 11.
Ooh, okay. Uh,
I'm just
the,
not giving you a shit.
the,
I'm just picking my nose in the windshield.
well, no, it's an 11. It's not good, but it's not great. You see a lot of the sand's been kicked up, at the very least. So it's kind of hard to see around. It's starting to cake up a little bit on the windows. But what little you can see, you don't see this dragon anywhere. It might still be occupied. So at least for the time being, you might actually be in the clear. And Ivan, as you drive along and you know make your way to this shanty town, so to speak, that's been long abandoned by the civilians that once lived there. You finally kind of drive into finally like an actual town. It's small and like at least it's got like pavement, but these roads have long been used. A lot of sand has blown uh over these highway roads, and a lot of the like buildings you see were once homes of people but have been left abandoned. A lot of windows broken. A lot of these houses are even starting to fall apart and crumble, due to the effect that the miasma has on just materials around its area. It seems to almost speed up degradation of common materials found outside of the zone.
Only been in this place once, and that was to rescue some girl's cat. Ugh. Place has seen better days.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check as you're driving.
Sure. Let me check what I got.
And Jen, if you want to make me a straight D20 roll, you can attempt to help him. I'll let him.
16.
I'll let him roll on advantage if you succeed. Nope. Okay. So straight 16. Gotcha.
Yeah, straight 16.
You're more of a pain in the ass than a help during this little skit. You're too busy trying to like mess with the window and like try to reach your hand out and try to like wipe the fucking window so you can see better. As
Is this thing got a wiper fluid?
uh as as you scan around, um you you see movement.
Wait, The fuck was that?
Fuck was who?
Something.
As you're driving, um, the thought of flipping the floods on crosses your mind.
Flipping the what?
The floodlights. It's a big truck. It's got like the heavy duty
True.
like floodlights on top of the truck.
Conrad, which switches to flip on the lights?
It should be on your bottom left, near the bottom console.
Okay.
You feel around, you find this um like set of levers, and it with lights on it with like multiple switches you can hit for the lights.
Let's try this one then.
As you click them on one at a time, it brings up more and more of the truck lights until you have like an actual clear like light beam to shine around. And Conrad actually reaches up over the hood and pulls on like a strap that pulls like a handlebar out, and he kind of moves a set of these lights himself, almost like a spotlight. Did you see something, Ivan?
I definitely know that I saw something fucking move.
Care to
Conrad is going
describe
to
it?
attempt to roll.
Hmm?
Ooh. I don't see anything, Ivan.
Swear, my eyes
As
have not failed.
as you're driving and rolling around, you don't see it again, which is strange. You weren't sure if it was just a trick of your eyes, but from your combat experience, you know you saw something, and it could have just been a cat, but you're not quite sure. But
Damn.
it does bring you on alert.
Gonna have to keep my eyes peeled. Conrad, does this thing have kicked in fucking some kind of radar for motion around us?
Unfortunately not. I haven't had enough time to put in defensive measures in it.
God damn. Alright, I'm gonna be on fucking hard alert.
As you're driving, you finally reach this like decrepit old, like almost looks like an inn in like the truest sense. Like it was once built up to be like a proper inn. It has boarded up windows, a large storefront for people to walk into, a place for people to park cars, and like a place for rest, relaxation, and to pick up your feet before you moved on towards the rest of Zone 3. Um, it was a pretty good location, and no one remembers why this place was abandoned to begin with. But as you come up to it, Conrad clicks the floodlights back down into place and hops off. Uh, as you pull into park in front of this place.
Alright.
Where would you like us to go into? You said there's a service entrance?
Yeah, it's around the back. Big enough cellar doors for you to actually fit in.
Very well. And he'll look around and he'll find it, and he'll kind of wave you over to pull the truck in as he opens up this service door.
Let's get it in here and good.
And as you make these noises, as these lights kind of give you away to some extent, you've more, if anything, have made noises. You hear it again. You hear movement.
fuck was that? I
Roll,
know I heard something.
roll perception again. This time, add disadvantage.
Eight plus my 5. 13.
Was that a disadvantage?
Disadvantage. I got a
So when I say disadvantage, it's rolling, and you take the lowest of the two rolls. So you roll twice.
okay. So an 8. 3.
You hear it, but you still can't pin down where this sound came from. It's starting to bug you, and you hear it again, and this time it's closer. And
Yeah,
Harvey, I want you to try to make another. I want you to make an investigation check, please, because it's loud enough to where you probably want to actually figure out what the hell this is.
Let's see what we got here. That's a 3.
Damn. I'm trying, man.
What are your rolls?
These.
All right. Well,
Listen,
unfortunately, well, I will give you guys a choice. It is 12. Do you want to wrap it up here, or do you want to go into combat?
I'm down to go to combat. Unless you guys are tired.
It's not more so that I'm tired. It's more so that I got work tomorrow.
Yeah. Very true.
So if we wanted to, we can just leave it in suspense and
Well,
Axel can.
that's what I'm gonna do. I'm asking, do you have time for combat or no?
Honestly, no.
Okay, then what you see, as you finally spot them rounding the corner, and they've gotten close to you. They've gotten within like 30 feet. Is a set of watch grunt soldiers. This is kind of what they look like. It looks like to be a mix of like privates and lieutenants. It looks like a recon party. One of them, it looks to be, at least from right here, looks to be like a fire team of 3. One of them's holding a shotgun. Another one's holding a kind of a modified L96, and another one is holding. You can't really tell. It almost looks like a longer version of a Scar H. Big chunky Scar that seems to be like glowing with runes.
To be honest, in my head, I'm just envisioning that like freaking Ivan is panicking the fuck out. Like, I swear I saw something move. And Harvey just leans over, like, oh, silly Ivan. Picks up a rock. There's absolutely nothing there. Throws it in the bush and immediately hears someone racks a fucking M5.
Yeah, it's
No.
like, oh, over here! Hey, you! What are you doing here?
The fuck?
And you
So
see
we're
these
right about
3
the
men
movement.
filter out from around this corner with their guns raised.
Well, at least you're right about the movement, Pot.
You hear Conrad in the background, just loud. heavy. Shunk, shunk. Ah, brothers, I see you have found company. And he readies
Well-
his rifle for a fight.
Well, more like company found us. And then it's just going to be followed by a much more pathetic rack of my Mossberg.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is where we will end episode 1 of Delirium's Ascent. Our party has found themselves finally in the midst of the Ascent Zone, having joined up with our good old Warden, our big Minotaur boy, Conrad Warden Kutsov. Ivan Boyle and Harvey C have gotten themselves in quite the pickle and quite the predicament. Having been conscripted by this military outfit of A-Rat. And have found themselves face to face with the first set of Gatewatch soldiers. Next week, we will find out how they fare in combat.
I'm going to miss all my shots.
If his rolls are just as bad as today's rolls, most definitely.
Oh, I almost
The
feel
game
like you
saw I
should
had a
have
minus
taken
one to.
I feel like you should have taken the lucky feat. At this
I
rate.
feel like all my rolls that were bad was just from intelligence checks. So I think the game saw I had a minus one and said, "Nah, we're not even gonna fucking bother with this, man."
Well, you haven't really found situations where your skills come into play, because technically Ivan's the more like wisdom / intelligence.
Yeah, listen, I'm just the secondary muscle.
Well, at least your rolls were on character.
Yeah. Until I get punched, I do not give a shit. You
Yep.
just out here talking
Anyways,
shit.
I would like to thank you so very much for joining us for episode 1 of Delirium's Ascent. Like I said before, all of these will be posted on the YouTube channel at Axel Dream Saber. It will be in a playlist for you guys to enjoy. This is a weekly session that we'll be having every week on Friday at 9 p.m. CST. So probably about this time, so about 12. So yeah, if you want to see more of this, please consider subscribing to both the YouTube and the Twitch channel. And I would love to see your faces here again. And tune in next week when our intrepid heroes run into their first combat.
Let's fucking go.
Do you have any closing words or thoughts so far for the stream?
My sphincter is clenched.
Ivan, if you make it out of this alive, or if I don't make it out of this alive, I want you to know your face looks like mashed potatoes.
And I want you to know, I won every bet I fucking faced against you.
That's the equivalent, like, I want you
And
to
that's how I know you're old. At least half my losses were when I was 16.
It's the same energy of, like, when I die, I want my wife to know. PS3 has no games!
PS3 has no games.
The game.
Alright,
How
Yeah.
Ivan dies is that he enters a fucking photo group, but it's not a photo group, it's a firing squad.
we'll end it here and pick up next week.
Yeah, catch y'all later.
Later, gentlemen.